Hi guys, how are you? Today I've got a fun video for you about English pronunciation. A lot of us dread this part of learning English because we come from a foreign, non-native English-speaking country. So pronunciation doesn't come naturally. So in this video today, I've got for you two parts. Firstly, I will talk briefly, just for a few minutes, about English pronunciation in general, some facts and secrets, and some examples in pronouncing English words. And the second part is where the fun starts. That's where I have a challenge for you. I will read a poem that is considered one of the most difficult poems to pronounce in English. And my challenge for you is, I want you to read the poem aloud, so out loud at home. You can be by yourself, or you can have a friend, a brother or sister next to you. And I challenge you to read it aloud and see how many words you didn't know how to pronounce. Or maybe how many words you did know how to pronounce. It's up to you. And let's make it a game and put your answer in the comments. All right? Okay, so now I have compiled over the course of my English learning journey, which started when I was in primary school and continued until now. It's still going strong. I'm still learning a lot, obviously. And one of the reasons why I teach is to learn, because you learn best when you teach. That's what I believe. Anyway, I have compiled over the course of my own learning 4 main facts about English pronunciation. The first fact is, despite our beliefs, English is not phonetic. So what it means is that the way we spell the words is not the way we pronounce them. Vietnamese is, for example, a phonetic language where whatever letter you write down, you just read that letter and then it forms a complete pronunciation of the word. We also have intonations. So whatever you see on paper, you will know how to read it. But English is not like that. We do not always say a word the same way that we spell it. So it's not enough to know how to pronounce each individual letter and then combine them like building blocks. It's not enough to pronounce English properly. You need to know the rules and how to combine different sounds together and what they form. So that's one of the very difficult things in English, which can only be overcome by practice. So the more you practice, the more vocabulary you build for yourself, the more you'll be able to instantaneously know how to pronounce different words. Secondly, some words in English can have the same spelling, but different pronunciation or different meaning. And those words are called homographs. Examples of homographs, there are many, but for example, read, read, they are both spelled as R-E-A-D, but one means read a book in present tense, and the other one is past tense, or conduct and conduct. They are spelled the same, but they have different meanings. One is a noun, the other is a verb. Third, some words in English, the other way around, have the same pronunciation, but different spelling. And these words are called homophones, like I, one of the parts on our body, and I as in the first person, both words are pronounced the same as I, but one is spelled as one letter I, and the other one is E-Y-E. Another example of a homophone can be through and through. The first is T-H-R-E-W. So it's a past tense of the action of throwing. And the second one is T-H-R-O-U-G-H. Through means like across. And the fourth point in English pronunciation that I noticed is that English is considered a stressed language. So it's not considered a syllabic language, but it's a stressed language. So it's very important to focus on the stressed syllable in a word and just skip through the other parts or just glide through the other parts. And the same applies for sentences. So you stress the most important, the key words in a sentence, and you just glide over the next. A useful tip is that in one word, there's always one stress, not more than one stress. And the stress is always on a vowel, not a consonant. All right, so the next part of this video is the fun part where we start a challenge. Reading this poem was actually a challenge for me as well. So I had fun reading it, and I really want to share that challenging fun with you. A little bit about the poet. The poet was Dutch. He's no longer with us. The poet was Dutch, and he was a professional linguistic observer of the English language. And this poem is actually very famous among English learners, so you might benefit from practicing it. All right, here we go. Enjoy.
A poem by Dr. Gerald Nost Trinité. The title is English is Tough Stuff. Dearest creature in creation, study English pronunciation. I will teach you in my verse sounds like corpse, core, horse, and worse. I will keep you, Susie, busy, make your head with heat grow dizzy. Tear in eye your dress will tear, so shall I, oh hear my prayer. Just compare heart, beard, and herd, dice and diet, lord and word. Sword and sword, retain and Britain, mind the latter, how it's written. Now I surely will not plague you with such words as plague and ague. But be careful how you speak, say break and stake, but bleak and streak. Cloven, oven, how and low, script, receipt, show, poem, and toe. Hear me say, devoid of trickery, daughter, laughter, and terpsichore. Typhoid, measles, topsails, isles, exile, similes, and reviles. Scholar, vicar, and cigar, solar, mica, war, and far. One anemone, Balmoral. Kitchen, lichen, laundry, laurel. Gertrude, German, wind and mind. Scene, Melpomene, mankind. Billet does not rhyme with ballet. Bouquet, wallet, mallet, chalet. Blood and flood are not like food, nor is mould like shoed and wood. Viscous, viscount, load and broad, toward, to forward, to reward. And your pronunciation is okay when you correctly say croquet. Rounded, wounded, grieve, and sieve. Friend and fiend, alive and live. Ivy, privy, famous, clamour. And enamor rhyme with hammer. River, rival, tomb, bomb, comb. Doll and roll and sum and home. Stranger does not rhyme with anger, neither does devour with clangor. Souls, but foul, haunt, but aunt. Font, front, won't, want, grant and grant. Shoes, goes, does. Now first say finger, and then singer, ginger, linger. Reel, zeal, mauve, gauze, gouge, and gauge. Marriage, foliage, mirage, and age. Query does not rhyme with very, nor does fury sound like berry. Dost lost post, and doth cloth loath. Job, knob, bosom, transom, oath. Though the differences seem little, we say actual but victual. Refer does not rhyme with defer. Pfeffer does, and zephyr, heifer. Mint, pint, senate, and sedate. Dull, bull, and George ate late. Scenic, Arabic, Pacific. Science, conscience, scientific. Liberty, library, heave, and heaven. Rachel, ache, moustache, 11. We say hallowed but allowed. People, leopard, toad, but vowed. Mark the differences, moreover, between mover, cover, clover. Leeches, breeches, wise, precise. Chalice, but police and lice. Camel, constable, unstable. Principal, disciple, label. Pedal, panel, and canal. Wait, surprise, plat, promise, pal. Worm and storm. Chase, chaos, chair. Senator, spectator, mayor. Tour, but hour, and sucker, 4. Gas, alas, and Arkansas. Sea, idea, Korea, area. Sam, Maria, but malaria. Youth, south, southern, cleanse and clean. Doctrine, turpentine, marine. Compare alien with Italian, dandelion and battalion. Sally with ally, yea, ye, I, a, way, and key. Say aver, but ever, fever. Neither, leisure, skein, deceiver. Heron, granary, canary. Crevice and device and airy. Face, but preface, not a face. Phlegm, phlegmatic, ass, glass, base. Large but target, gin, give, verging. Ought, out, joust, and scour, scourging. Ear, but earn and wear and tear. Do not rhyme with here, but air. 7 is right, but so is even. Hyphen, roughen, nephew Stephen. Monkey, donkey, Turk, and jerk. Ask, grasp, wasp, and cork, and work. Pronunciation, think of psyche, is paling, stout, and spiky. Won't it make you lose your wits, writing groats and saying grits? It's a dark abyss or tunnel, strewn with stones, stowed, solace, gunwale. Islington and Isle of Wight. Housewife, verdict, and indict. Finally, which rhymes with enough? Though, through, plow, or dough, or cough. Hiccup has the sound of cup. My advice is to give up.
Okay, so what did you think of it? Is that easy, difficult, easy peasy, nothing challenging? All right, so let's see how you do. Now it's your turn. After you've done that, you can see how many mistakes you made or how many words you pronounced correctly, and put that number in the comments down below and see who's the winner. Enjoy. Thanks for watching.